in dragon's blood, lovers of the dragon's husk, armor and hide, jewels of fools who laid there and died at the deadly chief smelly feet. A medley speaks of those who stayed behind. We came to survive, covered in dragon's blood, lovers of the dragon's husk, armor and hide, jewels of fools who laid there and died at the deadly chief smelly feet. A medley speaks of those who stayed behind. We came to survive. Stick a dagger straight in the Dragonstone, with the blade made of dragon ore and the handle engraved with dragon bone, to slay the dragon inside the cave known as the dragon's home. A great gamble as the stained handle makes ample to strike, to kill the ferocious beast like the knights of old, as great as the kings of Dragonstone throne. We encircled around the ground of the mound of the beast's tail, the dragon claws, the jaws of the soldiers at odds with its fearsome force and fury. Although the sharpened swords of the knights and lords couldn't pierce the darkness form below the thighs and core of the hardened spores of blood engorged in the iron pores of their target, with skin as red as a blood moon. The mud swooned across their faces, inflamed by hatred. Their fiery maces struck the nose and the feet of the great red dragon fleet's dragon chief. They were never meant to face defeat, as the chainmail burned in the fires and flames. No sweat retained, drenched in wet disdain. Boldest reign supreme in the dream world of combat, towards war with comrades, on track to all that the skies have to offer. The tales they foster came in awkward, but their God was right behind them, who fought the crowd beside them as they put the past behind them. Aim for the armored hide them, covered in dragon's blood, lovers of the dragon's husk, armor and hide, jewels of fools who laid there and died at the deadly chief smelly feet. A medley speaks of those who stayed behind. We came to survive, covered in dragon's blood, lovers of the dragon's husk, armor and hide, jewels of fools who laid there and died at the deadly chief smelly feet. A medley speaks of those who stayed behind. We came to survive. Run towards the legs, swords and maces, lords and faces of greatness charged at the helm of the dragon, stagnant like magnets drawn to the sound of the death. Two of them beheaded, embedded in the crevice, two headless corpses, no remorse or sign of discourse for the remaining men. 10 left to fight, heads meant to strike the red mesh of the hide. Success! Inside the hide was a complex system of blood vessels. Next to the dragon's aorta was a vital point connected to the loins of the great breeder. A brave leader struck his blade deeper into the lame deceiver. Down the dragon fell, back to hell from which it came. Hooray! They said the dragon's dead. They were now known as the bravest men who downed this demonic alien. These lovable homo sapiens, medieval times will need a rhyme to feel this divine real in time, to remember when they dismembered dragon chief. Got off his meat and ate for weeks, ailing weed to fill the bells of seas. The soldiers need to lay asleep, for hatred in their hearts face defeat when they slay the mangy beast. 80 seasons passed since then. I died today inside a tent, time well spent, covered in dragons.